Meg from the Guilty Mummy blog, and today I'm here to review the Bugaboo Fox for Netmums. So this is the Bugaboo Fox. I do love a Bugaboo, I definitely do, but this is all new. So it has so many different new features. It really is. It will just be your best companion as a parent. I've absolutely loved putting it through its paces, and believe me, I have put it through its paces. I've given it a good old test run on every terrain. So let's start with that. It is super, super light. And when I say light, I mean literally you can push it around with one hand, one finger probably, if you're on kind of a flat surface. It is just so light. It's got front wheel suspension, so that means that it goes over bumps and rough terrain really, really easily. So I have taken it, where have I taken it? I've taken it out in town, kind of just on pavements and things like that. I've taken it over our gravel drive. I have taken it into the woods and over bumps and kind of gone off track on the woods as well. And it's brilliant. And the nice thing is that when my toddler is in here, he's 18 months now, so I've been using this for him. You know, and we're going through bumpy routes and things like that in the woods. He just sits there quite comfortably. He's absolutely fine. You know, there's no kind of juggling around, and he just sits there comfortably. It's a nice smooth ride, and you really don't have to put a lot of effort into pushing it kind of whatever terrain you're on. With that in mind, even though it is light, it's very, very strong material. So it is sturdy. It's not like it's a flimsy buggy, and that's something that I really like. I feel like even though it seems easy to push, I could take it anywhere. You know, we could take it on long walks, we can take it when we're in town. So it really does do everything that you need. Today we have brought the Bugaboo Fox down to a local woodland area, just so that we can see what it's like on slightly rougher terrain, and it's amazing. It's so light, I can push it over the bumpy kind of pebbly tracks or up and down on the woodland bits, and it's absolutely fine. You can do that with one hand. So yeah, it's easy peasy, no work at all to push this buggy out here. Probably one of the best selling points for me would have to be the raised seat. The seat is actually slightly higher up, and the idea behind that is that you don't have to bend to get your baby in and out. Now, I've got a really bad back at the moment, so it was actually a perfect time for me to try this buggy out. And it is amazing. And I didn't even realise it had this feature until I was kind of playing around with it, and I couldn't put my finger on what it was. Like, what is different about this? And it is the fact that you can just easily put your baby in. I'm 5'4", so obviously I'm not massively tall, but still, you know, it just is perfect and makes such a difference. The other thing that makes a massive difference are these straps. Now, you don't really think much about straps, do you? I think it's a constant struggle that you have when you're putting your baby into your buggy, but you don't really think much about it being a struggle. It is, and I've learned that since I've had the Bugaboo, because their straps are so brilliant. So basically, if you put the straps up like this, then if you see, they just hold themselves in place there. So when you actually put your toddler in or your baby in, you don't have any of that kind of thing where the straps are stuck behind the child and you have to try and get them out and find them and pin your child in, because most of them don't like to be sat in the buggy, do they? So it is so easy. So you just put your baby in, and literally they're there. You can find them and you just click them in. And it has got a kind of 4-way clip system. So depending on the age, you know, you could either have waist straps. If I was putting my 3-year-old in here, I would probably just use the waist straps. And if you want, you know, if you've got a slightly smaller baby like my 18-month-old, then you can use these. They also fasten really easily, so that's perfect. The seat is very, very padded, so a lot more padded than other buggies that I've had before, which is really nice because it just makes it a bit comfy for them. And again, if you're on a walk and it's quite bumpy and you want something to keep their little bottom nice and comfortable, the fabric's lovely. The sun shield here is brilliant as well. So I always find this with Bugaboos, they really think about this, and that, you know, you can put the sun shield down. Actually, this is all the way down, so I've got the zip unzipped here. So this is, say, if you want to have your baby fast asleep, then it comes all the way down. It's just got a zip at the back that you literally just zip up if you want the normal sun visor, and so it would come down like that. The fabric is lovely. The Bugaboo Fox is completely changeable, so you can change, you know, you can change the colours, I think, of the seat and of the sun shield. They're all machine washable. Obviously this one came in cream, and I wasn't sure whether that would be a sensible option with children, because let's face it, they're messy, you get spit up, you get sick, you get snacks, sticky fingers, all of it. But it's washable, it's wipeable. I've been wiping it down, so it's perfect. But they do lots and lots of different colours, so if you wanted something darker, then you can have that as well. Now, when it kind of comes to the positions that the buggy can be in, you can have it forward facing or you can have it parent facing, and there are 3 different reclines with each of those. So I think this is kind of as far forward as it goes, but you can also tip it back 2 more times, and you know, the last one is where they're completely lying down. I like to have my toddler forward facing when we're kind of out and about, and then if I want him to have a sleep, then I'll just switch it round, lie it down, and then obviously you can pull that really good sun cover down, so that no one disturbs your baby and they get a good sleep. But it's easy peasy just to unlock it and flip it round, and again, it's really light, so that's perfect. It's got a massive basket, which again is something that I am very, I like to have in a buggy, is a big basket. So I've been fitting shopping in there, my changing bag in there, all the bits that my 3-year-old throws in there, you know, toys, muzzies, things like that. So it really does cater well for that. You've got a good amount of storage, and I think that's very important. When it comes to putting the buggy up and down, it is easy peasy. So you can have the seat on when you put the buggy down, so it can stand alone with the seat on, or you can take it off. I like to do it in 2 parts, that's just my own preference, but because it stands alone, it's perfect. So you just take this seat off, fold it down, which is easy, and then it will stand up on its own. And that's great for, if you know, when you have to put your buggies out of the way at toddler groups and things like that, and you're always trying to like put it down and balance it against the wall, and it will always go crash. So this is great that it stands alone, and it's super lightweight. So for putting it in the car and things like that, it's just so lightweight and also very compact. So there's a lot of space when you're putting it down. I think you can even take the wheels off, which I haven't done, but if you wanted to have it really small, then you can fold the kind of the chassis down, and you can put the seat on top of it, and then you can take the wheels off, but I haven't done that yet. So from the self-standing position, you can actually also unlock the buggy from here, which is a very clever little detail. It's also got a really good brake system, another thing which is a tiny detail but a very important one, I think. So it's literally just a tap system with the brakes. That means that if you're wearing pumps or flip-flops, you don't get your toes scraped and caught, and it does mean that you can do it as you're walking or stopping. You literally just tap it, and then it will come to a stop, and vice versa. So overall, I think that Bugaboo have done a fantastic job with this buggy. The Bugaboo Fox has got so many small details that just make parenting that much easier and having your child on the go that much easier. I absolutely love it. I just love everything about it. It's convenient, it looks really nice. It's just a really great buggy, and I would not hesitate to recommend it. I should have also just mentioned that I think it does come, you can get the bassinet with it as well, so it goes from newborn all the way up to toddler age, so it really can stay with you for that whole journey, and it's just perfect. It fits everything that you could possibly be doing, from roaming around town to going on hikes in the woods with the buggy. So it definitely gets a thumbs up from me. I absolutely love it. If you have any questions or comments, then please leave them down below and we'll be happy to answer them. And I will see you all very soon. Thanks very much. Bye.